What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today we're back with my super cheap 1966 Chevrolet Impala with a 427. Unfortunately, the starter has died yet again. This is a high torque mini starter that completely died, and it looks like maybe it took out the flywheel with it. I'm hoping not. So now I can't make this car run at all. It's literally stuck on my lift. I can't work on anything else because this thing is stuck here. The goal today, replace the high torque mini starter with the new, I just bought a brand new OEM starter, and let's hope it can get this car running. So I've been doing some shopping for a lot of the cars out here, guys, and this is a $166 starter, brand new. This is not a reman unit. Every piece of this is brand new, and it's made out of cast iron. This is a extremely heavy starter. The problem is the starter sits so close to the headers, I think that's probably what fried the solenoid. You get it to crank for a minute on the old one, it cranked, but then the starter just give out, constantly giving out. And then I put that new mini torque, or high torque mini starter in there, and it cranked it over great. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, it started making scraping noises like it's not engaging the flywheel, and before you knew it, it wouldn't crank the car at all anymore. I took the liberty of pulling some parts out. I got bored the other day and I didn't want to film, so I took the instrument cluster. I had a lot of people saying this was not a water line. This is just dust. Just dust from the auction yard. Dust with cracks in it. Sand. Salt. All the rust. It's just dirt, guys. Just dirt. What are you worried about, man? Just dirt. This is crazy. This sticker is from October 8th, 1965. How about that? That's so cool. So cool. Anyway, I bought a new cluster for it, and I put it in kind of temporarily just to see what would work, and most things don't. The gas gauge goes over full, so gas gauge probably has a bad ground or something, and I thought it cost me $300 on eBay, but it didn't. It was $550 for this, for one of these. I'll show it to you a little bit later. Over here, I've got so many parts. There's so much to do and so little time to get everything done. Thankfully, this is supposed to be my Power Tour 2026 car. So if all goes well, we have well over a year to work on this without having to worry about anything. I don't know. What is all of this? Is it plastic shavings? That's ash? Wait, what? This is all soot. It's all ash. Great. I don't know where that came from, but it's all over everything. We have some original BMW antifreeze and some European Valvoline. We have some specialty spark plug sockets. These aren't your normal sockets, guys. These are 12-point, and they're thin wall specialty sockets, all for a certain BMW i3. We're going to try to actually work on ourselves. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. And when I say fun, I mean a major headache. We have gauges that I want to end up putting into the Impala at some point. We have parts for, this is also for the BMW. Then we have FCP Euro parts. Big shout out to FCP Euro for always coming in clutch and helping the channel out. FCP Euro parts, these are all going to be for the BMW i3. I did everything, guys. We're doing an oil change with the filter, and we're doing spark plugs, which are supposedly pretty difficult to do on this car. We've got a lot to do to it. So I bought a lot of parts for it. Then we got some lights. The Hummer needs clearance lights. That's another video. And we have, for the Lincoln, I need to get the Lincoln up for sale. We have the ABS sensor for the driver's side front that's supposed to be bad on it. And we have the Lincoln taillight. As far as I know, these are the only two things that are like bad on that car. We've got air conditioning that we need to get installed into the 57 Chevy. We've got a blower motor and the resistor that both go into the the Ford Mustang SVT Cobra. Then we have CVF Racing. You know what that is. That's another serpentine belt kit for the Impala. And pipes and pipes. Oh man, full exhaust setup, courtesy of Well, not courtesy of the Impala. For the Impala, courtesy of Pipes, which is a sister company of, you guessed it, Cold Case. Cold Case hooked us up with an entire cooling system, wiring, fans, shroud, everything, and they own Pipes as well, so they sent us a full exhaust, everything we need for the 66 Impala right here, guys. So stay tuned, and that's the small stuff. I got big stuff coming. Holly has also stepped up to the plate. Holly is sending us something really fancy for this car. So for those of you that keep saying I need to ditch the car, trash it, throw it in the garbage, it's worthless, the car's a horrible car, oh man. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because we are going all out on this one. All right, let's change the starter. Let's get a light. It would help to be able to see. This starter weighs about 300 pounds. It's a seriously heavy unit. Oh man, oil everywhere. Yeah, that engine is so... Wow. Church bells. Oh, that's nice. There's oil literally pouring out everywhere. The goal is to get the damn thing running again. Here's my high torque mini starter. I don't know how well you guys can see in there, but oh, it don't look good. Ooh, metal shape. Yeah. The starter's not going far enough. That's the problem. This starter is not going far enough into the flywheel. So it's chewed up the very front of the flywheel. Great. I don't even know if I've disconnected power. I'd better get a voltmeter, make sure the battery is disconnected. It's not a difficult starter, guys. So give me a couple minutes. Let's change this out. Let's cross our fingers and pray to God we didn't destroy the flywheel, because it'd be nice to be able to move this car back and forth. And I did some more adjusting on the valves. I think maybe we're close to having this thing in a good place. So that took about half an hour. It's way too long to change a starter. The problem is, and maybe I can show you guys, that starter, that's, yeah, like there's no room, guys. And the wires, oh, those are fun. Let me see if I can't barely even squeeze this tiny camera up here. Imagine trying to slide your hands up here, right? There's where the wires go. And you got two of them. Two wires, a signal wire and some other wire. You got to get your big hands way up there and try to put on those tiny little nuts. It's a lot of fun, but it's done. All right? It's done. It's going to work. I have no doubt it's going to work fine. I found out why this starter has the very tips of the gear shaved off. I was honestly surprised. These are the bolts that came with this starter. Okay, these literally came from, what is this, Proform? Proform. I got this on Summit Racing. Now, I should have known by the feel of these bolts, they're not as heavy as the ones that came out of it. These are severely bent. I mean, this one, I don't even know if you can see it. This is incredibly bent. And so is this one. These two bolts are bent so bad. So apparently the torque from the starter and that engine having trouble getting started, the torque actually shifted and bent the bolts to where it was no longer lining up with the flywheel anymore. So crossing our fingers here and hoping that the flywheel is not totally trashed, man. I'm gonna cross our fingers, all right? Cross your fingers with me. Let me drop this car down real quick, and we're gonna find out together whether she's gonna start or not. I almost hate having to open up these doors to start this thing, because I've got it at a nice, what is it, like 70? It's so nice in here. Slightly under 70. Probably about 69 degrees in here, guys. Really nice. But I'm crossing my fingers. See how sure I am it's gonna fire up? I got the air cleaner on. Oh, you know what we don't have? We don't have a vacuum line running from the distributor over to the vacuum port on the carburetor. I'll tell you what, let's not worry about that right now. All of this for a freaking starter. This is absolutely incredible. Incredible. Let's just see if it'll run. Crossing our fingers here, guys. Oh, there's that new instrument cluster that's just kind of sitting in here for now. There it is. There it is. He's running. Hell yeah. Take a listen to that engine. Still doesn't sound great. No. Sounds a little noisy. She gonna die? Yeah, she's gonna die. Well, damn. All right. Well, it started. No grinding of the starter, which is nice. So at least I can move it in and out of the shop at will, which is kind of a big deal. So disappointed. This, I feel, needs to be torn down, guys. That's where I'm at with it. I think the engine needs to be torn down. Maybe the cam is wiped out, you know. Maybe there's some valve damage. Maybe the intake isn't sealed properly. Maybe the intake is cracked. I don't know. I really don't. And I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again, like, I'm not too terribly concerned with it at this point. The engine still runs. It's not like the engine is trashed. It's absolutely a savable engine, guys. You may have to do some rebuilding on it, but it's a savable engine. With that said, I fully intend on getting rid of this engine. I'm ready to let it go. So if there's anybody out there that wants a 427 that needs some work, unknown specs, and you're interested, well, shoot me an email, autoauctionrebuilds@gmail.com. And I don't know, maybe we can work something out. As far as shipping, guys, I ain't messing with it. You know, somebody's going to have to come get it or something. If you're local, you know, that'd be the easiest thing, is if you're relatively local, I don't know, Texas or Kansas or any of the bordering states to Oklahoma, you might find it worth coming out here and checking this thing out. Should I hook up the vacuum? I don't think so. I really don't. I don't think there's any point. You know, this is not a car we're going to be able to go and take on drives in its current condition. It's just not going to happen. I'd love to get it off my lift. I really would. But that may not be an option right now because we've got storms coming. And to put the cluster in, you got to take out the whole dashboard. Everything. All the way. It's all gone. I took it all out. I ain't gonna lie, she runs good. Damn, that engine is noisy. Oh, we got lights. Hey. Look at that, we got lights. Signals? Nope, those don't work. I mean, they work outside the car, but they don't work in here. No. Got the clock over there. She's gonna die again. Yep, she's gonna die. Gotcha. You will not stay running. It never stays running. Absolutely refuses to stay running. And what's the oil pressure? If that gauge can even be trusted, I don't know. Not good though. That's from a cold start. She just dies, man. Damn it. Well, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. We'll take this thing out of here for just a minute. Let me look outside. Let's see what the weather. Ooh, yeah. She's building up a storm out here. Oh, damn. See, this is what I was worried about. I've only been working on this car maybe 40, 45 minutes, and these storms already built up, and they're trying to move out this way. This is concerning because I got the windows all down in this, I got the windows down in this, I got the top down on this. To be quite honest with you, I'm not trying to catch any hail damage out here, messing around with these damn storms today. I've only got so much shop space, though. Ideally, God, what would I put in the garage? Ideally, I'd put the i3, the Prowler for sure, the 57 for sure, the Hummer can handle it, the 66. I don't have enough room, though. I don't have enough room. The Maserati, man. Yeah, let's just hope this storm doesn't come through here. Avoids this, misses us, we'll be all right. Let me check on this. I've got a battery charging on my trailer for the winch, just in case, because I'm hopeful that Monkey Wrench Mike's Maserati is going to run, but if not, here soon, we're We're gonna have to drag her out of the shop. Looks like the battery's come back to life. That's good. Good. We need a fresh battery on that. All right, well, let me take a look at the weather. Let's see what it's gonna do. And I say let's take the car out of the shop real quick, guys, even if it's just for a quick up and down the street. Here's what I'm thinking. We should get it off the lift, and because I'm gonna be waiting for, it's probably gonna be a month before what I'm waiting on actually gets here for this, and the real work begins. So what I'm thinking is maybe if we move it over here, I can sweep all this out. We park it right here. That way I have use of my lift, and I could put like the 57 on top and the BMW i3 on the bottom. I think that's the best bet. That's the way to do it. All right, let me, I gotta put the ramps back on the lift. I gotta wash my greasy hands, and we will take this car out for a quick and very short drive. All right, let's do this before it gets too late, because we also know the headlights have a tendency to crap out on this too, right? This car's something, man. I'm hoping by the time we tear it all down and start putting it back together, should be all right. There we go. There goes nothing. Scraped. Come on. Out you go. There we go. That's fine. Boy, this car is such a pain in the backside, man. Come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, she's not happy. I'm curious if the speedometer works. Let's just take her around the corner real quick. Nah, speedometer don't work at all. She's cutting out real bad. Yeah, she ain't happy. She ain't happy. Dang it! And I thought that I fixed it. Not really, guys. Not really. Oh, don't be a cop. Come on now. Don't be a cop. Don't pull me over. Here we go. Yeah, that engine's already making horrible noises. The weather looks like it's coming in. Third gear? Yeah, shifts like a dream, man. Transmission is shifting great. And remember, it's a reverse manual valve body, so it doesn't shift itself. You gotta shift it for it. Transmission's fine. I'm gonna pull it into the drive. Downshift, there's second, slow her down, downshift first, there's first. A little delay getting from second to first, but she did it. Poor car. You could just hear that engine making awful, awful, awful noises. And she died. I don't know what I'm gonna do with you. Interior lights. It's a, I think it's a, there it is. It's the door. I'm gonna have to either adjust the door or adjust the switch. I wish we could get out, pop the hood, and hear it running. But whoo, smell that smoke, my goodness. Yeah, this isn't working, guys. The engine does not sound good. And it's not rods, I'm telling you, man. She's got good throttle response. but it will not idle on its own. Like, you really got to kick the idle up to keep it running. Speedometer doesn't work, clock doesn't work, gas gauge doesn't work. I mean, here's the deal, guys. I'm frustrated because I was really hoping it was going to run better, and it just doesn't. It just doesn't. I really was hoping it was going to run a little bit better. It's just not. It's not feeling it, man. And that's fine. That's fine, because we've got something on the way for this that's going to really transform this old girl, make it into something far, far better. Let's pop the hood real quick. Let me turn on my little light here. Maybe we can see a little bit better. All right. And oh, and there went the light. Let's try it again. Come on. You're gonna be able to see. There we go. Timing is still off. Without a doubt, timing is still off. She's just all kinds of pissed off. I give up on this engine, guys. I really do. I know that's going to frustrate a lot of you. I'm real sorry. I really am. I think this engine's got something mechanically wrong with it. You know what I mean? Like, seriously. And I think we're beyond just let's adjust the valves. And I'm aware I did not adjust the valves properly. I need somebody that can come out and do that. But even with a proper valve adjustment, even if we get the timing where it needs to be, I don't believe for a minute that this engine doesn't need some kind of mechanical repair. I know for a fact that the noise we're hearing is not coming from the bottom end. It's not rods. It's definitely coming from the top end. I also realize that the oil pressure does not look promising, but I also realize the oil pressure gauge was under salt water. Okay, some of you still refuse to believe that this car was under salt water. It was. It absolutely was. In fact, I've spoken to somebody that knew this car's previous owner, and this car used to be a pro street car. This engine, same engine that's in it now, is a pro street car. This was a race car, quarter-mile tracks. That's what this car's job was, which is why it's so horrible to drive on the street. It was never made for the street. Well, I won't say it was never made. At one point, obviously it was, but the guy that had it last, he obviously did not intend this to be something easily driven on the street. And then the TV show got a hold of it, and they did what they did to it to make it more streetable. But at the end of the day, this engine is not built to be street friendly. And those rear gears, those ain't friendly neither. So we got our work cut out for us. The good news is, though, at the end of the day, the car runs. Again, it may not be something you can drive down the road very far, but at least you can get it on and off the lift. You can get it in and out of the shop as you need to. It can do that again. It's a big deal. The rest of the stuff we can sort out later. I think we really need to focus on getting all the parts in, getting everything together, and pulling this engine out and taking care of a lot of stuff under the hood, cleaning everything up while we're in here, and making this thing into something that can really be used and enjoyed again. At the end of the day, I got a lot of cars out here, and believe it or not, they all need work, including the Chrysler Prowler. I can't even believe it, but this car it broke immediately. Like, we got some problems going. Some of it, I think, there's some wiring that the shop did, Mako, and there's some things not quite right here. They put an LED bulb over here, but not one there. They deleted the lights and put some LEDs up front. It's not right, and it's really pissed off about it. So we got to figure out how to work around all of that. And then the headlight switch died on it out of the clear blue sky. And then we've got some wiring to do for the speedometer, because the speedometer has never been right because it has different gears in the back. So we have our work cut out for us. The 57 Chevy, obviously we still have plenty of work to do to it. It needs the air conditioning installed, amongst other things. We need to do all of the fluids before power tour. I'm talking brake fluid. Power steering is new because of the serpentine kit from CVF Racing, but the coolant is new too. So not all the fluids: rear diff, transmission fluid, oil and oil filter, maybe change the spark plugs. We got a few things to do to this car as well before we're ready to go. And yeah, I know it's dark. The Hummer In fact, I might pull that in the shop here in a minute. You guys can't even see it, but I might pull this into the shop here in just a minute and try to address an issue that I'm having with it as well. And this is just a few, guys. We got so many on top of the Impala, and look at those storms rolling in. Oh, I should really be paying a little more attention to this weather, I think. Man, I'm gonna get caught out here in a hailstorm. We got a lot of work to do to the BMW i3. Nothing broken, just general maintenance stuff that needs to be done. We've got a couple of things to do, the Cadillac Escalade EXT as well. The Mercedes, I think I'm just gonna clean this up and we're gonna send it down the road. And the Lincoln, God, I keep forgetting I even have that car. The Lincoln, the only thing that this car needs is a serious cleaning. I mean, it needs a good bath. We'll take it to town or something, give it a good bath. And an ABS sensor and a taillight. And I've got all the parts for it. It's ready to go, man. Title's rebuilt, and then I'm gonna send this one down the road. The Cobra, obviously still a ways to go on this one. I've got some parts for it that I'm hoping are gonna get us use of the convertible top back and get us heat and air conditioning. So we'll come back in another video, hopefully soon, and try to address those things. And then of course, Nick's car that sits out here and doesn't do anything at all. Take a look at those clouds, guys. Boy, she's looking kind of rough out here. So I think I am going to get out of here and try to get these cars put away before we end up with some damage. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know we didn't get very much done, but for me, getting this thing off the lift is a huge, huge win. With that, I'm gonna get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.